allow the internet to invade your real life and your real world to the point where you start to second guess yourself, who you are as a person. Fam. What's going on with y'all, baby? It's Fetty G with SSK Kennels. Fam, I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about something real quick because we family. I appreciate y'all love. I appreciate y'all support. I appreciate y'all allowing me a space to be myself, be authentic, be real. I try not to come on here and be somebody that I'm not. And I appreciate y'all for giving me the space, the room to be that for myself and for y'all. I wanted to come on here, fam, and talk to y'all today, especially for my men that's watching this. Bro, life is hard. Like, life is hard. And sometimes, fam, we go through life like, especially as men, we don't express ourselves. We feel like expressing ourselves equate to weakness. We feel like expressing ourselves open us up to a level of vulnerability where people can now talk about us. Or we've had this happen in the past where when we be authentic and be ourselves, we've been taken advantage for doing that. But in the Bible, it talk about how you have to be able to use your discernment to know who to open up to, right? It ain't for you to just open up to any and everybody and share your goals, your dreams, and your desires and your needs and your wants with everybody. You have to be calculated, and you got to use your discernment on who you can trust and who you can't trust when it comes to things like that. But again, life is hard, y'all, and a lot of people get on the internet, fam, and they paint this narrative of a perfect life or of having everything and never hurting or never struggling or never. And then when we get on the internet and we watch it, we feel like, damn, I gotta do this, I'm doing this, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that, I'm having issues with my marriage, I'm having issues with one of my friends, I'm having issues with my own personal self. There's an internal battle that I'm having and I'm fighting. And the internet displays everything as perfect, and then you look on the internet and you feel like, damn, why my life not like that? Why things ain't happening for me like that? How come I haven't reached this point in my life yet? How come I don't got this much money? How come I don't got these cars and these things? And why my relationship don't seem so perfect? And what I realize is, fam, all of that shit is just for the internet. Because I know people that's on the internet that you'll think everything is perfect, but I know that person in real life and they nowhere near what they display on the internet. So don't allow the internet to invade your real life and your real world to the point where you start to second guess yourself, who you are as a person. Second guess your relationship with God. Second guess your relationship with your family and your kids. But life is still hard, fam. It's a lot of shit that we trying to figure out. A lot of us, this our first time here at this space in life. This our first time arriving to this place in life, whether it's the amount of money we got, whether it's the amount of money we don't got, whether it's a new job, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's a new relationship with our kids, because our kids is growing, we growing, they changing, we changing, and we trying to find this medium that we meet each other on. And not only that, trying to take the things that we've learned and implement them in our kids' life and keeping our kids from certain things. Then you got to show up for your daughter a certain way. You got to show up for your son completely different. You got to show up for your wife or your girlfriend completely different from those two. Then you got to show up for work. You got to show up for your bit. It's so many different sides to you that has to show up and that you got to balance. But a lot of us don't know how to balance that. A lot of us don't know how to keep the main thing and stay in the fight. And I'm coming on here to say, fam, you ain't the only one who going through shit in life. You ain't. I go through shit. People that I know go through shit. They go through stuff. Excuse my language, but I just want to be real, genuine, and authentic with y'all. Like, don't feel like you the only one experiencing something, whether it's good or bad, fam. You get what I'm saying? to my truck drivers out there, I get a lot of people that buy dogs from me that's truck drivers. And you out on that road by yourself and you feel like, man, don't nobody care about you, don't nobody love you, and the people that you doing this for don't appreciate you, they don't value you, they don't see you. Fam, life is hard. But it's also using our discernment to know who we doing it for, right? Are we doing it for the right people? Are we doing it for the right reasons? It's not your job to make them appreciate what you're doing. If they don't appreciate it, then they don't appreciate it. But again, as a man, fam, we get dealt the most, and we gotta figure out the most, and we gotta stand between our family and the world. We gotta stand between, the enemy in our family. We got to stand between sometimes our family and our family. Sometimes we got to stand between our friends and our family. Sometimes we got to stand between ourselves and our family. Because sometimes we might not be the best version of ourselves for our family that day or in that moment, right? And sometimes our family, we got to tell them no to things, and in the moment, you the bad guy. But as the man of the family, you got to know what's best for your family and what works for your family and what don't work for your family. Somebody in your family, whether it's your girl, your daughter, your son, they might want to make a decision right now, but you as the head of the house, you the man, you see that, hey, this will not be conducive for us in the next few weeks or the next few months. And in that moment, you the bad guy. But over the next few months or years even, your kids or your girl or whoever should be able to come around and say, I see why you did this, I see why you did that. But you got to have a relationship with God, because in my opinion, it's God, man, wife, and then the family is underneath it, and then the church. So fam, you got to be able to use your discernment as a man and understand that this shit is hard for everybody. Don't let the internet paint a narrative that you somebody that you not, or that you doing something wrong, or you not doing enough, right? Some of us not doing enough. Some of us is doing wrong. But what I'm saying is, the internet, to those who are trying to do it right and those who are putting in the work and feel like you haven't arrived to this destination yet. My therapist say to me all the time, Fetty, I truly believe you right where you supposed to be. You right where you supposed to be. Right? But in that, it is difficult at times. It is hard to accept that. So I just want to say to y'all, fam, it ain't only hard for you. It's hard for a lot of us out here. A lot of men out here trying to figure out life. You just turned 30. You just turned 20. You just turned 25. You just turned 40. You just turned 50. You in a new chapter in your life, and you got to figure out that chapter in your life. Because what worked in chapter 1 might not work in chapter 20. It shouldn't work. You shouldn't want it to work, because you had a different chapter. You've made a lot of growth. A lot has changed. You've gathered a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding, a lot of wisdom. So now you got to be able to use the tools that you have to handle the situations that you're now up against. And if you don't have the tools, you need to go out and find those tools. Find the way to express yourself. Find a way to be understanding of others and see other people's opinion. So I just wanted to say that. I don't know why that was on my chest. I spoke with a truck driver, man, and we had a really deep conversation. And I just wanted to, that just made me make this video. Yeah, we talk about dogs all the time and buying dogs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I understand that we all human, fam. And all of us kind of dealing with some of the same stuff. We all trying to figure this shit out called life. Whether you 15, 20, or you 50 or 60, it's still something that you're trying to figure out. So fam, I just want to say keep on keeping on. Keep God first. Keep praying. Develop you a plan. Get you a plan in place. Get you some goals. and start moving in that direction. And ask God, pray on it. Is this what I'm supposed to do with my life? What's my purpose here on this earth? Why you put me here? It's a movie on Netflix, y'all, that I watched yesterday called Lucy. Let me know in the comments if y'all seen it, fam. That's a great movie to watch. Gotta really focus and listen to what they saying and what's going on. But as far as consciousness, fam, that's a hell of a movie. That's a hell of a movie. But again, fam, life is hard, so keep on keeping on. Stay prayed up. Get you some plans. Get you some goals. Yeah. Right? Because if I take a ship and I don't put a captain on it, I don't put a team on it, I don't have a map, I just put the boat out in the water and put some goods on it and sell it off to China. 9 times out of 10, fam, it won't make it to China. But if I develop a plan, if I got a map, we review the map, I got a team, I got a captain, we know what's up ahead. We know what day it might storm, it might rain. We know where the rough waters are. We can plan accordingly, so that way when we get there, we already have our plan of how we're gonna handle this situation. 9 times out of 10, the chances of those goods making it to China with all of those things intact is very high. So fam, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope this video reaches somebody. We just released a music video called Releasing. I hope y'all checked it out. If not, please go check it out. Cali got puppies. Dubai got puppies on the ground. If you see something you like, hit me up, fam. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And we out of here, baby.